Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and wonderful week.
Wait, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even remember the last weekend. I'm looking forward to the current weekend, right?
I hope
Tomorrow.
everyone's looking forward to the current weekend.
There you go.
It's like almost before every one of these streams, I talked to Hector a little bit ahead of time, and it's like, man, I feel like we just had last week's Friday stream
We
yesterday.
literally just had it
like,
yesterday.
It flies.
Well, one thing the players really need to deserve to know is we actually put both of you in cryogenic stasis. So for you two, it literally was just the weekend. So
No,
we'll tolerate
I
this.
feel
Yeah.
a little groggy. It all makes sense now. Well,
Hey, everybody.
what do we have in store for us this week here in Tanks?
All right, yeah, let's kick it off. So, as of this past Tuesday, we had the new Cold War tank of the Western Alliance line, the Super M48. That is a Era 2 medium.
Sweet.
Features a multi-layered composite armored turret providing excellent protection, as well as very high penetration gun to punch through your opponents. A few more stats I can share with you guys. As always, we like to kind of be clear when we release a new tank that some of these tanks are going to be very favored to the higher skilled players, the more experienced players that come in and really bump up that like win rate and average damage. But, we got to give it a few weeks and reevaluate and see how it's really performing. But in any case, the Super M48, available now in the primed, fully loaded, and base bundles, is at a current standing for win rate at 51%, which is pretty good. Average damage, and this is number 2 for all Era 2 mediums, sitting at 2,837. And average damage blocked, number 1 for all Era 2 mediums, 802 damage. And then last bit of data on the Super M48. Penetration rate, 56.5% of all shots penetrate. And that is number 1 for Era 2 mediums.
You know what might be interesting? And this is, I'm about to make a bunch more work for you guys. Depending on how deep you want to get into this kind of stuff, because I haven't used the Super M48 in the retail environment yet. I've only used it in the dev environment. But it'd be super cool, maybe just as a forum post. Again, I'm making work for you guys, but what ammo distribution are the pros commonly using? Why is it? Are they just loading? Are they wallet warriors and loading with the prem shells, or did they know something about the default ammo that another player would like to know? I think stuff like that would really be helpful, or it's something I'd be interested in. Maybe our players too.
We'll be sharing our pro players their secrets.
Well, you don't have to say this gamer tag uses this and spends this many gold per battle. I mean, if you want to, but like more on averages, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you want to out somebody, I also support that, oddly enough. Maybe we should think about that twice.
Well, I guess on the topic of the Super M48, we're still very early here in the stream here. Tank, what do you think we do a giveaway?
Oh, God, out of the gate, you guys.
Out of the gate. Let's get this running here.
I like how that sounds. Let's go ahead and do this thing. You guys know how to do this. Enter this giveaway link, put in your Wargaming ID, and you're eligible for all giveaways today. All of the giveaways.
Easy peasy.
That's super cool. So what are they getting? Just the tank, or what's the side of fries with this giveaway? Do we know?
Side of fries. The side of fries is
It's literally a side of fries. We're
gonna send you a very stale, gross, soggy bag of side of fries. I mean, I'm assuming it's at least a garage slot, right? It's so that you have somewhere to put it.
Right. So usually whenever you get any of these neat little tanks here, they come to your garage with a garage slot. We're not gonna be like, oh, this guy doesn't have any free garage slots, can't give it to him. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Very cool. That would be a neat thing to have show up in your garage. That's very cool. Good luck, everyone.
We'll leave a little sticker in your garage. Hey, we were here, but we couldn't park it anywhere, so we left.
Attempted delivery.
Yeah. Oh, those are the worst.
You joke, but that's a really cool feature. If someone tries to gift you a tank or something and you don't have it, it actually leaves that player a notice saying, Bam tried to give you a tank, but you didn't have a garage slot. If you buy a garage slot, we will complete this transaction. Like, I don't know, something to think about. I mean, we were joking, but I was like, huh, maybe there's something there.
Too funny. We'll check back in on the winner in just a short few minutes then.
Very cool, very cool.
Well, so also this week, we have the premium bonus. You guys can earn an extra 50% silver and XP on tier 5 and up on the following lines. That is for the PZ KPFW 7, the Fv217 Badger, and the T110 E5.
Nice. The E5, very cool.
Always a crowd favorite.
Yeah, I love that tank. Is that going to be in PvP and PvE or just PvP?
PvP. Good question on the PvE side of things. I believe a lot of these challenges that we have typically sticks with PvP, but we can ask around about that.
Yeah, especially if I have a new tank new to me. I like to go to PvE and just kick the tires and hopefully the AI don't ruin me. But it's a cool ecosystem, so information like that is kind of neat.
It's your warm-up round for the day.
Or cooldown.
Like, yeah.
There are times when I log in and almost all the players are infinitely better than me, and if I just get handed my Butowski, sometimes I'll fall back to, go form a platoon in PvE and lick my wounds kind of thing.
Very nice. So up next here, we announced this last week, our very first ever premium contract where you guys can earn the Tiger 1 hammer. And this was actually one of our very first, not the first, but very early earn op where you guys can unlock the hammer yourselves years ago. I forget when that we actually unleashed that. So that is still ongoing. Check it out if you guys don't have the Tiger already. Or, you can still grind to it and can always get the silver equivalent if you decide to sell it off.
Nice. Nice. I really like those options. That's cool.
Don't sell it. Keep the tank.
Keep the tank. It is a good heavy.
Yeah, I actually think there are certain lines that there's some people just like to collect, got to catch them all kind of thing. And I know the Tiger line is definitely attractive just based on ownership that I'm seeing. So that's cool.
It is among the more iconic tanks of the German line.
But one might argue it's the iconic. Yeah, but I guess that's debatable.
Yeah.
Stug life.
All right, up next, we also have a large selection of tanks that are eligible to purchase with free XP. Bear with me, I will just kind of drum roll my way down this whole list. So here we go. The T-34-88, the Scourge Caravettes 1, the T-54E2, TL-1 LPC, the Banshee Comet, the TS-5, the HWK-30, this is Hector's favorite, or at least the pronunciation for it, the Striker Kanonenjagdpanzer. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Anyway, the WZ-122, T-95E3,
nice.
The Vanguard ELC Even O,
nice.
Falcon T-92, the Awful Panther, the Panzer 58 Mutz, the E-25,
nice.
AC-4 Experimental, Emil 1951, the T-52, the Panhard EBR, and lastly, the Progetto M35 Mod 46.
Those last three are awesome. I like that there's a wheelie in there. And a pro tip, if you get that T-52, T-50-2, that thing obviously goes faster than everything, but its turning radius on its hull is kind of garbage. But if you buff that with commander skills and equipment, you can be pretty damn nimble. I bring that up just because it's right next to on the list you're reading off of a wheeled vehicle, and wheeled vehicles are awesome, but I think there's other options to be, got to go fast kind of situations if you kit yourself out accordingly. So that's some cool stuff.
Absolutely. And like I said, that whole list, tanks that you guys can purchase with free XP.
Nice.
Let's see, we have 2 more bullet points for, some of the news that came out this week. We have the With Honors Challenge. Place in the top 5 XP earners on your team in a battle to earn 25% extra silver on that battle. And this is available 3 times per day. And then lastly, the Tier 8, 9, 10 XP event, where you can enjoy double XP on all your battles by completing one of the following, which is either deal at least 500 damage to enemy tanks in a battle, deal at least 500 spot assist damage to enemy tanks in a battle, or detect 2 or more enemy tanks in a surviving battle.
Very cool. Hey, can I ask you a question about with honors? So that's places top 5 XP earners on your team to earn an extra 25% silver. Does that apply even if I lose? Like, I carry my team, I'm number 1 and we still lose, but I'm in the top 5 on my team. Do I get that bonus because I was awesome?
That should be the case, yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the criteria is always very specific to say, like, either surviving battle or a winning battle. You don't have to be on the MVP. You don't have to be on the winning team. Just within the top 5.
Very cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Very
top
cool.
5 on your team. Doesn't have to be even top 5 overall.
So 10 winners per battle. That's super cool.
There you have it. And yeah, so that is the news of tank updates that we had come out this week.
Very cool. There's some exciting stuff in there. I'm glad I'm here to be part of this message. This is super cool.
I know I'm kind of hogging all the notes here, Chuji. But before we do move on, tanks, do we have a winner downloaded for the Super M48?
You're saying downloaded in air quotes. I'm literally downloading this list of winners. Give me 1 second and we'll find a new winner here.
Are we like de-resing this tanker? Like, are we literally downloading he or she into the winners pile? Is that how this is working?
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. This is technology I wasn't aware we had.
It's new and improved.
You win a tank, but you are now trapped in the game, literally.
We have to download you.
That's right.
Let me see. And
Very cool.
Our winner here is... Oh, I like this name. Interesting. King of the Insane. So, congratulations.
King of the Insane.
Yeah, congratulations, King of the Insane.
Very cool.
Congrats.
That is super cool. King of the Insane now has a super awesome vehicle.
Some may probably call him the Mad King.
They could.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want to get really esoteric and decide if madness and insanity are the same thing?
As soon as I said it, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. What if it's not?
Oh, no.
But either way, congratulations. You're a winner here of brand new shiny Super M48.
Very cool. Very cool.
But let's not stop there.
Nope.
How about one more?
Wait, there's more.
But wait. One more Super M48 giveaway. What do you say?
Let's do it. So if you didn't enter by now, go ahead and take a look at our giveaway link. Enter again. And in addition to, we also have a giveaway on Twitter. So go ahead and check out our Twitter page for another chance to win another Super M48.
Very cool. So same prize, different digital interface to get same.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool.
And as you pointed out before, if you had already signed up on the link for the giveaway, you are already registered. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. We already got you. We got you. Don't worry.
We got you.
Awesome. So let's move on and talk about what's some of the upcoming news. Chuji, I don't know if you want to take it away. I know you're kind of juggling between multiple screens here. I can handle it if you want me to.
No, I can. I'll take this bullet and 3 sub bullets. Yeah. Behind the curtain, pay no attention behind the curtain, is we do have cheat sheets so we can figure out what to talk about. One thing that I do not have context for is, do we have pretty pictures or videos for what I'm about to talk about, or am I mistaken?
Oh.
Ooh.
Am I mistaken?
We got
Is
pretty
this
stuff
a
to
world
show.
premiere?
We got pretty. We might even have a world premiere. We'll see. Well, let's roll through. We'll see what we get through.
All right, I'll use lip flap first, and I'll let people smarter than me decide when the pretty picture should show up. We are, of course, talking about the upcoming new Romanian tech tree tanks, TR580, an Era 2 medium, TR85, an Era 2 medium, and a TR125,
Era 2
in
medium.
Era 2 medium. So there's some cool stuff ended up happening in Era 2. The Romanian tech tree tanks, that's super cool. More stuff to grind, more Era 2 goodness. And medium, man, that's like the jack of all trades, right? Like I really enjoy medium and heavy tanks, but like I mean, I also like discounting like TDs or even the wheeled vehicles we were just talking about. But yeah, that's a strong 3 entries into that era for sure.
Definitely beautiful. Definitely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
I believe we have a nice little video to show here.
let's look at the video.
Kick it off.
It's a world premiere. Let's check it out, guys.
Dun dun dun. And that's why videos are better than words. That was some awesome stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of
Very
cool new shiny tanks for you guys to take a look at. So that's always nice and exciting stuff.
Yeah, mad props to everyone in the dev team that assembles those videos for our players to kind of get those sneak peeks or those anticipation moments. That takes some work and it's some cool stuff. And again, also for the audio department to make sure it actually isn't just a silent film. There's cool stuff there.
A little bit of everyone's hands in our video creation here, making nice little trailers for you all to enjoy.
Stir in the pot. Well, what are you thinking, Bam? You want me to keep going or do you want to take the next one?
I can take the next one.
Take it.
I know this is always a very popular and players love hearing some new updates in terms of tanks reforged.
Yeah.
So upcoming, we have the Chinese heavy line in tanks reforged between tier 7 and 10. And just worth noting, there are actually 2 tier 10s in this line. So to break it down to what tanks we will be seeing and what sort of details are changing about these tanks. Let's start with the tier 7, the 122 JT. Its gun becomes the new top gun to replace the D25T to improve the overall grind. Nice. In tier 8, we have I'm actually missing the name of the tank here, but the tier 8 Chinese heavy tank receives a lot of improvements as the main focus of the reforge. We removed the stock gun and improved the remaining guns and even added a new top gun option. For the tier 9, it also gets a new stock gun with better penetration, with both guns receiving improvements, and also sees improved health and reduced dispersion penalties. Now on to the tier 10s, we have the 113 with improved reload, aim time, and health, and then the WZ111, the Model 5A, improved reload and accuracy. So look forward to that next week for the Chinese heavy line, tier 7 and 10.
Shoot better, live longer. Sounds good to me.
There we go. And then everyone's favorite challenge op here, String Theory makes its triumphant return. Where you guys, the more battles you win, the more XP you can earn.
In a row.
In a row, yes. So you kind of lose your combo when you get hit a loss and you got to start over a little bit. But I believe you can max it up to like 400% more XP per match if you string together, what is it, 5 wins or 7 wins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's super cool. That's super cool. You know, if I was out there, I'd totally want a platoon to increase my chances by having like smart peeps with me. You know what I mean? That's some
Communication
cool
is key
stuff.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. For
Most
sure.
times. And then last but not least for next week, the Stubbs contract is making its return.
You know, I love contracts in all forms. Like, there's something just really gratifying about saying, yeah, I want that. And then measuring your progress as you crunch through that thing. Those are fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So yeah, that's all the news we have for what's coming up for next week. Before we move, I'm sorry.
We're probably about to say the same thing. Is it too early to see if we've got another winner?
That's all right. We're on the same wavelength here. How are we looking, Tanks?
We're downloading.
We're downloading.
We're downloading away. Let's see. Choosing.
Gotta find
winner.
my virtual keyboard. There we go.
And let's figure out who our lucky winner is here this time around. We got Snarkier Joker 833. Congratulations, Snarkier Joker. You're the
Congratulations. Very cool. There may have been 832 Snarkier Jokers out there, and you beat all of them.
He is the snarkiest.
That was for the Super M48.
Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations.
Tanks, I got a recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
For future giveaways, can we get some sort of like visual to put on screen for actual download progress?
Oh, oh, brother.
We have our winner. We're at 100%. Let's showcase him.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, it's got to be like every download progress bar in the universe, where it's gonna go really fast to 99% and then sit there for months. We have to do it like everyone else does it.
You start putting like pieces of tape on the screen to see if the bar is moving at all or not. Yeah, I like it. We'll figure something out. Make this a little more engaging and exciting for players.
You know, it's funny you say tape on the screen. One of the things that I do a lot of times when I'm doing either camera tuning or aiming tuning is I actually take a dry erase marker and I put a dot right in the middle of my screen. So I can always measure it regardless of where the crosshair moves or if I hide the HUD or anything. There was one time at a job of yore where I used a Sharpie. And that monitor, I always knew where the center of the screen was for the rest of the time. So, fun fact. At least it was a useful dot, but not when I was using Word or Excel or anything.
Also, I've done those Sharpie hacks, but back in the old days with the CRTs, so yeah, I think it was fine. I don't know if I'll do it to LCD screen.
Yeah. It's not as easy. It's not, but man, like that, it's very vital when you're tuning a lot of this stuff. Measuring screen real estate and then the deltas of movement and all sorts of, it's probably boring stuff to people listening, but yeah, you made me think of that when you talked about tape on the screen.
Mm.
I mean, Jeff, I know you have a lot of good development stories. We all do, but man, you've been with us for so long. And in any case, let's move on to the next segment here. Our shout outs. And as always, as we go through this, the people that we make mention of, you guys will be receiving a confidential key card.
Very cool.
So for our battle feats, so these are following players in the Super M48, starting with Lone Wolf 750, who reached a max damage caused in a single battle at 10,082.
10K club.
10K club. Congrats to you, Lone Wolf. Next user, let's see.
Whoa, yeah.
Me and Neomai Sick Packs with the max combined assisted damage in a single battle of 4,832.
Nice.
And then lastly here, we got St. Chris 09 with the max base credits earned in a single battle of 200,611.
That's with no boosters, ops, or anything? That's just
straight base.
Nice. Is that? Do you know if that's before deductions for rearm and repair? Because that's sick cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations either way. That's just cool.
And all three of these users, this was done in the Super M48. And yes, we'll be reaching out to you guys for the confidential key cards. But up next...
Sorry, so no boosters, ops, deductions for expenses.
Oh, okay, so before any rearm or repair.
Mhm.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Very awesome. So up next, we have in the Fv217 Badger, Shaq X, with a max damage caused in a single battle of 10,226.
The 10K
Congratulations.
club. Very cool.
Let's see. This might be Lotus or Iotis. Iotis Fighter, with a max combined assisted damage in a single battle at 5,263. And then last here, we have the Biblic 333 with a max blocked damage in a single battle at 15,240. Again, all three of these users were managed these feats in the Fv217 Badger. So
I like to think the Biblic 333 there, like he just nonchalant passed his way in some pinch point, and the entire enemy team, all 15 of those tanks, were just berserking the front of him or her, and their tank was just, that must have been exciting to watch all those ricochets and everything. That I wish I could find a replay of that battle. That just sounds impressive.
I like to imagine they were actually like ricocheting it with the barrel of their tank, like almost like Kung Fu.
They're
style.
batting it.
Yeah, batting them all away.
That's awesome.
All the
New
enemy
game mode
team,
idea. I think that there could be something there.
all the enemy team hears is they're buzzing like spitballs.
He probably got real sick of that audio.
Yeah.
Very
and then Metal Showcase. We have Tie 4 HPs. Tie 4 HPs earned the Kolobanoff medal this week with the Fv217 Badger.
Very cool. Did you skip the T110E5 or am I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we
no,
did.
I did skip it.
Okay.
Thank you for catching that. So rolling back just a little bit, in the T110E5, we have Yukier Lemur 4 with the max damage caused in a single battle at 10,929, another 10K club member. TMA C637 with a max combined assisted damage in a single battle at 8,166. And Carpo here with a max blocked damage in a single battle of 13,130.
Man, I almost want to set up like a batch process to surf all the replays for anyone who has a block damage of over 10K and just see what the heck is happening. That just sounds exciting. Well done.
Well done, and congratulations. But we're not quite done yet for our shout-outs, because as always, we'll wrap it up with the milestones. So a huge congratulations and thank you to NI860KI and XV751. They have reached their 100,000th battle this past week. J Padres for reaching 110,000 battles.
Jesus.
Right? Oh, it keeps going. Terminator 674 and let's see, X2. This is just a lot of numbers and digits here. K2K713V6X. If you're able to discern that, if you're in the chat and you were able to understand that, oh, hey, that's me. Congratulations. The two of you have reached the 120,000th battle.
But wait, there's more.
Tweed HC for reaching 130,000th battle this week. Huge congratulations to you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Very amazing. And like I mentioned before, all of you will be receiving a confidential key card.
And as always,
What's really fascinating is Tweed HC created their account 7 days ago. No, I'm kidding.
as always,
I wouldn't be surprised you find that information, because you have always been very quick at just data diving and looking up the information necessary, like on the spot as needed.
When I can. We're interrupting the hell out of our compatriot here. What are you trying to say? I apologize.
Oh, it's the obligatory. That's a lot of battles, and that's a lot of damage. That definitely is a lot of battles. So congratulations to everyone.
That is super cool.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
What do we got here?
I said whoa because I scrolled down to the follow-ups and all of a sudden the font change startled me. That's how easily startled I am. I'm like, oh my God, a different font.
How did we change things up on you? Before we get into Q&As, I think Chuji, you had some news you wanted to share with our players today, correct?
Yeah, I did. I like how you started with like you wanted something. I want a lot.
What do you want from our players?
I mean, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I've actually decided to move on, and today is my last day as a wargaming employee. I wanted to tell everybody who has been playing the game and who bothers to listen to us flap our lips, because I haven't been as plugged in to these live streams as I have in the past, and that's not for any other reason. It's just I've been super busy. But I've got an amazing opportunity that is even more amazing than the opportunity I've been enjoying for the last almost decade, and I can't let it pass. So I am leaving the game in more capable hands, but I am not going to be a wargaming employee for more than like an hour now. So I wanted to say to everybody who's been there from the very, very beginning, because I joined up right when Day One Studios got bought by Wargaming. And I was a Day One Studios employee way back when, and pushed that sucker through the 360 come hell or high water, and then got it on the Xbox One, and then the PS4, and then the pro versions of both those consoles, and now the PS5 and the Series XS. This thing is the little engine that will not stop, and it's gone through so many different iterations and so much awesome content and hundreds of thousands of battles, probably millions upon millions of battles now that we're talking about all these people in the 100K plus club. And it has been an honor to be the lead designer and the game director for what is essentially a community. Like, it's not just a game, right? Like for its entire lifespan. I'm humbled by it. And, for the players, especially, like I've been singing the praises of the dev team, and I mean every word I say, but like the players are really the rock stars, right? Like I'll tell you guys a story that I think I've told some developers, but I've never really said on air. Is I remember once I was talking to my wife on I was very frustrated years ago, and it turns out the problem was me, as it always is. And I was like, I've been talking to some of these players, or I've been looking at Reddit or whatever, and like some of these players, they're acting like they're in charge of the game. And she looked at me and she goes, "And they're not?" And I looked at her and I'm like, I'm so happy I married you, because it's true, right? It was very dangerous, and it was a mistake of mine to forget that World of Tanks Modern Armor is for the players and belongs to the players and is invested in by the players, and that is something that is very, very difficult to extricate myself from, but it's I think a smart decision, and I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't feel just infinite confidence to go back to the dev team, to Brendan, I'm gonna use your real name. Sorry. So Brendan and the other designers, and to Daniel, who mea culpa about the SPGs and the marks of excellence earlier, and all of the engineers, the just amazing talent behind this game that will do a better job than I ever could, honestly. And I just wanted to thank everybody for the opportunity to work here. I feel like now I'm dangerously close to just saying words versus being coherent. But it has been an honor. And for the half of you where they're like, no, we're sad to see you leave, I'm sad to go. And for the other part of you that are like, thank God he's leaving, I respect your opinion and you got your wish, whoever you are. And I don't take it personally, because like full circle, it's about the game. It's about your passion. And you deserve that passion to be well respected and catered. And I would not be leaving if I wasn't 100% confident that was going to continue to be the case. I'm going to ducktail this into something very selfish that I think only the gentlemen on this chat know. Is as I was thinking about all my time in the game, and I started like surfing like our depot and the web portal, and different like historical things we've done for like Extra Life and stuff like that. And I started to pick out some of my favorite tanks per tier and per era. They're not always what one would argue is the best tank or the best class or the most popular, but I confine myself to premium tanks. I was just thinking like at tier 2, and I believe this is a retired tank, like the PZK 38H. I really like that tank. Tier 3, another German, the PZK S35 739. That one's a fun one. I'm going to go up the tiers here. There's the Honor T28E. That I really like the Honor tank. You get up into the 5s now. We're talking about the Bogatyr KV222. I don't know how you guys play the Bogatyr. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I missed the Bogatyr. Yes.
You should put that back in your garage. By the way, I checked. You've got the keys to the kingdom now, Brendan. That approval went through. So there you go.
Empowered.
Tier 6, the Mercenary Absolution. The Merc line, I love it or hate it. There's some good tanks in there. 7, the T26 E3 Eagle. The Tier 8, the Bat Chat Barosk, which I'm probably mispronouncing, so I apologize. The Tier 9, the Char Future 4. The Tier 10, the WZ111 Quillen. That's a man. I really like that one. And then if you go into if you're a Cold War cat, which I don't blame you. By the way, I'm scrolling on an iPad, so if you're like, why does he keep reaching to his right? In post-war, the WZ111 66, the Chinese line actually in the Cold War, I'm really impressed with. I really like that. But I'm also a fan of ATGMs. So in escalation, the AMX 13 SS 11 TCA, chef's kiss on that sucker. And then the Detente, the Teledyne Continental Motors AGS, the Expeditionary. That one is cool. Like, that guy's got the gun that will not quit. Those are some of my favorite tanks. I really also like 3D Commanders. The Krampus still creeps the heck out of everybody, so I love that guy. The Firefighter is one of my favorite 3D Commanders. Warwolf and Carmilla the Vampirus, for those who remember Halloween, which, it's September right now, so stay tuned on that, I would anticipate. And with your guys' permission, and you know what, I'm going to throw a week of premium time. I think we can give away maybe at least 2 of those to 2 lucky gamers. You know what I mean? 2 of all of those tanks, not 2 of individual tanks, but give 2 players that entire list I just talked about. So that'd be about 13 tanks, 4 commanders in a week of premium time. I've done worse. I've said it live on the stream now, so they can't tell me no. Or if they tell me no, you could just bug them now, players saying, like, Jeff said it was cool. So I tried to keep it reasonable. I tried to keep it the tank that I'm allowed to give away. But I think with your permission, let's give away at least 2 of those bundles. What do you guys say?
Let's do it.
Let's do
it.
And by the way, I'm not trying to whitewash my leaving message with a bunch of bribes. I'm just looking at tanks I love and also trying to reward players with stuff that I find interesting. But yeah, it's bittersweet that I'm leaving, but have some stuff. It's going to be pretty cool.
Let's call this the Chuji's tank line.
There we go. Chuji's choices. There we go. Now it's kind of a tongue twister.
It's definitely, something that the players have always looked for or appreciated, whenever you came on stream, and we went a little overboard here, but we're keeping it in line. I think we're okay.
Yeah, I tried to temper it with a little, I considered a tank, like 3 tanks per era for Cold War, and I'm like, nah, 1 per era is fine. And I think this is exciting. I did briefly go ahead.
They're all your favorite tanks, too, right?
Them.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. And also, I did toy with someone else gets the entire, like, for those who remember Extra Life 2 years ago, I believe. I think that's right.
It was longer than that.
Maybe longer than that. All right, man, time is meaningless to me. I gave away everything. That was a one-time deal. Does anyone remember the name of that lucky tanker?
Yeah, it was Burn This Taco, I believe.
Yeah. I can safely say now to that winner that you are a party of 1. They may do it again here at Wargaming after I'm gone, but you are the only tanker that got everything from me. So congratulations to you. And for everybody else who gets this other list, these aren't slouches. It's just not everything.
You're putting some pressure on me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Wargaming will do it anymore.
They're watching on YouTube right now. Their YouTube name is Fierce Taco. They're like, it's me.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Brendan, a little trick for you, and I'm sure you'll get talked about this later, is if you do it live on the stream versus asking, it makes their lives difficult. And if you have the extra advantage of it being your last day ever, it's not like they can terminate me. Oh, it's all in fun. I'll miss all y'all. I'll miss this. I'll miss this, like literally this thing we're doing right here. I'll miss giving away stuff. I'll still keep playing. Like I said, I alluded to, like, it's almost October. I'm sure there's some sort of Halloween event creeping around the corner. Like, I'm salivating for that. I've always loved Monster Mash. That was always near and dear to me. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. But yeah, there you go.
Fierce Taco says, "We'll miss you, Jeff. Thanks for everything."
You're welcome. I'll
guys
miss
for
you
playing.
too.
Yeah, if you want to avoid the waterworks, I don't know if you want to take a look at the live chat, but I mean, you are going to be very dearly missed, both by the community and, of course, ourselves here on the dev team. And
I'll definitely look. I am still gimped technology-wise right now. I'm on my iPhone right now, and I got an iPad hooked up to a monitor. It's just I'm in a transitional hardware state. It's bizarre, but I'm making it work. I'm duct tape and baling wire. I am on this stream. Gosh darn it. So there we go. Yeah, I'll definitely read the chat.
If you're already entered into our giveaways, you're good. You don't have to enter again. If you haven't entered for today's giveaways and you would like to be part of this giveaway, go ahead and click on that link and fill that out to be eligible to win our lucky, what do we call it? Chuji's choices.
Yeah. Yeah, some people were asking if I wanted to leave like a what I'll call, I don't remember the actual term they used, like a goodbye note for like the Confluence page or something like. Well, Confluence, that's our internal wiki for the web portal. You can rewatch this video if you want to hear me say goodbye again. I already feel like I've talked about it too much, but like, yeah, I again, I'll still be around. That gamer tag will still exist. You'll still see me in the garage every once in a while. Kind reminder to the devs that you should probably remove me from the Wargaming clan, since that's for employees only. And I think I'm actually the clan leader, so you might want to change that too. And remove my keys from the kingdom so I don't just start randomly giving free XP to everybody.
How are all these people getting like all these free tanks and XP? Someone's doing this.
Yeah.
Chuji guy, I know it.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact, actually, so there's this thing called Backyard, which is a developer tool that also our CSRs use in case like the game glitches and we need to like reimburse you something or fix something that goes wrong with your account. We use that sparingly, but sometimes to like, for instance, if any of these tanks go out in the wild and there's a bug with it and we want to play it, we have to be able to give the devs to it, and we don't expect them to go into like XP Live and use their credit card and buy cold and all that stuff. So we have a system for invoicing that kind of stuff to players, and that is how I believe these stream rewards are given, unless I'm mistaken. Mm-hmm. And that is something that is super audited and has like triple dipple security for obvious reasons. And when I say like remove my keys to the kingdom, that's what I'm referring to, is that that's not a system that is appropriate for me to have access to anymore. So right. In case people are like, what the hell is he talking about now? And if you knew, then you get to hear the explanation again.
Yeah, someone will definitely be like, who's doing all this in the middle of the night? And I'll be like, Chuji.
Yeah, if I start doing that, I think Wargaming can sue me. Like, it doesn't get fun anymore. So please take those away from me.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know we started the giveaway. Maybe we should let that one cook a little bit in the oven a bit before we download our winner.
Yeah, maybe. Do some Q&A while we're cooking that. I'm sorry, downloading it. I gotta use the right terms here. Whoa, and knock my phone over. I apologize. Just rage eject.
Right there, guys. Let's move on to Q&A over here. So, from Reddit user Heidi Ho Neighborino. Oh my God, I love that name. I don't know if this guy's asked questions before, but you need to. I need you to be more visible to us to read off your name more in the future. Let's see. Would it be possible to lower the pitch of the 6th Sense alert sound, please? It currently sounds like a squeaky car brakes. I noticed the sound of the PC is a lower pitch, which makes for a more enjoyable experience. Thanks. This is actually the first time I'm hearing any sort of request specific to like the 6th Sense audio ping. What I will point out is, gosh, I don't know if we ever made audio changes to that one specifically. It's a very classic sound that's very in tune to the ears of all of our players thus far. I think making any changes right now will not be received too well.
What about options? Okay. Now that I've announced that my departure, I get to make all sorts of work and suggestions. That's crazy that you can here's my advice for this one. I'm going to give silly advice. License the Law and Order donk donk and make that an option for when 6th Sense activates. I would pay for that. Done.
Let's get a ticket for that.
I'm also not trying to be disrespectful for what is a valid concern. So Heidi Ho Neighborino, I'm not trying. It's hard to keep a straight face after that awesome name, but I think it's something that should be looked into. But that's the first thing that popped into my head when I thought about different 6th Sense wave files.
Yeah. And you know what, to the rest of the community, if you guys are in agreement, like, let us know. Like, this is the first I've ever heard this voiced up. So if there is concerns with the audio that it currently exists, let's hear the feedback. And then maybe we'll do the Law and Order license deal on it. Anyway, next question. This is from Reddit user Mia Mark. Can all the tanks in Era 2 that are equipped with the heat rounds have them changed over to premium APF SDS, or in the case of the Abrams Hesh? Heat is feeling useless outside of Era 1 due to all the spaced armor tanks have in Era 2 and 3. I'd love to see the percentage of rounds fired in 2 and 3 that are heat, because I'm sure it's super low to the fact that they are essentially blanks. What's your thoughts on that, Chuji?
I think we should do the data analysis to see how many are being shot down range and what their effectiveness is. My personal opinion and subjective is I quasi agree. The heat in this era of vehicles, you either land a really sweet hit, or most of the time you basically threw harsh language at them. That's my personal opinion. So what I would do is, instead of relying on my opinion, use the numbers. How often are they used? How effective are they being? Adjust accordingly.
Yeah, there's certainly some steps that we can appropriately tackle this and understand, like, are we taking the right step forward here? So, something we can investigate. Next question. This is from Reddit user Worried Amoeba 2. Is it possible to have an option to exclude one map we don't like from rotation? This actually came up internally as well, I believe, of just having some sort of filter list of some sort that players can have certain maps that they only hit. This is actually a very complicated system that is easier said than done, because this would certainly complicate the matchmaking process. Queue times might get really out of whack here. I know it's something that players have been asking for, but we are also trying to address this in different ways by offering like some sort of shuffle mix-up of maps that are available. Still something we're scheduling out, so if there are certain maps players that we know don't want to see quite as often, we can pull them out for a little bit at a time and have a focus on, like, this week only, we got more urban and summer maps, and then next week we change it around or something.
Do you want another? I'm making a lot of work for you guys. Possible suggestion?
Yes.
One thing that might be interesting, I don't even know if this is reasonable either, is if like you could have like Friday free maps, and what, like, maybe you ask the audience, you put out a poll Monday saying, this Friday, which one map do you want removed from rotation for this Friday only? Because it's easier, to my knowledge, to completely remove a map from rotation versus letting each individual user pick something. And what that might do is you might get to see which maps are getting the hate. And then if it does get pulled for that one day, you can see if engagement goes up or if people are happy, or see what people are going like, why didn't we pull that map? I love that map. Just as an idea, to at least scratch this itch while we try to solve the more complex problem. Yeah. Just an idea. See, I told you, I'm writing all these big old checks now that you're like, oh,
great. Able to put through.
Yeah. It sounds interesting. If nothing else, even if you don't do anything because it's complex or whatever, and I'll say this just so I don't sign up the dev team for failure, it is still information, even if we can't act on it, to see which maps are going to the bottom of the desirability pile, and then to analyze why that is. Like, if nothing else, that might have some value.
Yeah, for sure. Moving right along, because I know we're getting a little short on time, so I might have to just shoot off these questions pretty quickly here. From Reddit user Baboshinu, when can we expect more tech tree tanks for World War II? I enjoyed the Sturm Tiger line and would love more console-exclusive World War II tech tree tanks. Next year, 2023, might be a little bit more optimistic. Next question. This is from Reddit user IceCubeski. More challenges. Can we get more active challenges moved above everything and not display some useful or non-essential challenges? Okay, I see what they're asking. They want more of the active challenges moved to the top, and maybe like their completed ones kind of pushed down to the bottom. there's certainly like an improvement here, right? I
Mm.
think here's a good example is like maybe you're a player that only wants to play heavy and medium tanks, but we have challenges for like light tanks, etc. And yeah, you probably have no interest in ever completing that challenge, whatever it might be. Maybe something like but we can't really discern like what players are specifically going to be playing certain tank types and how do we cater to them for the challenges. Maybe some solution we can look into is like a pin system, so players can pin. Oh, I just want to see these challenges, so I'm aware of the criteria I want to complete, and then any others can still at least be pushed to the bottom of the list so I can check them out, but they don't necessarily matter to me.
That's a cool idea. I like where you're going with that.
Next question from Discord user, I'm Manny King off 20. Let's see, Cold War has 8 times zoom for TDs. Why does World War II's TDs miss out on this completely? Even a 5 times or 6 times would be better than nothing. TLDR, the Cold War maps are a lot larger, and the view ranges, especially with True Vision, really meant that we needed to have that kind of extra advanced optic zoom for those tanks. And much of the World War II maps are much smaller, and you can only see the enemies at like a max like 564 meters away most of the time. So that's a reason behind it, at least. But I'm not dismissing the fact that we could consider it if there is some interest and demand.
Yeah, you could consider giving the triple zoom equipment to like tiers 8 through 10 or something.
Yeah.
Just as something to think about. But then it gets into the question of, is that worth 25% of your equipment slots? But that's a choice for the player to make, not for us to make.
Right. Okay, actually, we got 2 questions. This comes from the same user. Degeneratio. PC announced their 6th Sense for free in all the vanilla client, which is helpful for new players. Any plans to do this and do outline pen chance as well? So here's my understanding. PC, yes, they moved the 6th Sense to no longer be a crew skill and is now just inherently part of tanking, right? And it's just a free perk. We, on the other hand, have the targeted notification pop up. That this is something that PC does not have, so that's a little bit of a difference. As well as the 6th Sense, to my knowledge, isn't persistent when it does pop up for you on PC. You'll get the initial notification, but does not remain visible or aware to you as a player after maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So we keep it persistent as long as an enemy player has you spotted. So we do have some advantages to it over PC. So what I will say at this time, we don't have plans to adopt PC's changes, but now that we are aware and we do see that players are asking for this and want some updates, we'll keep it in the back of our mind, but currently no plans to apply this.
Don't all commanders come with an empty first slot, or am I high?
They do.
So if you know what to look for, you could put it in. I'd be reticent of auto-equipping it as a skill, because then if that's not what you wanted, you now have to dismount it, which involves currency and all that kind of stuff. But it also assumes you understand the value of 6th Sense, which new players might not. So those are just interesting things to consider.
Absolutely. And then the next question, also from Degeneratio. Any plans to bring back giftable stage skips to the season? This went away when the Portal store did. I mean, we can look into that. I see that there could be some value there. I like the idea of people wanting to share and help each other out, like grinding through the season in other manners. So, yeah, we can look into that. All right, give me a moment here. I'm catching up on this backlog of questions.
Is that in the Teams chat?
Moving on to the Teams chat. Our wonderful community team collects these for us as you guys shoot them over to us in the chat. And again, we're running a little bit short on time. But
do you want to give away Chuji choices, or do you want to keep cooking?
Oh, that's right.
Did we download those suckers?
They're stuck at 98% right now, so they're still cooking. But
okay.
Well, let's shoot a couple of these questions here from the community, and then we'll get back to that.
All right, sounds good. Question from Ghost. Wow, someone actually got the gamer tag of just Ghost. If that's the case, I'm kind of impressed. Can we have Silver Week in Cold War? No current plans, but if you complete the season, there is the earn for a 25% bump in silver earnings for every battle once you earn an additional 120 points. And then, of course, we also have our premium bonus events that feature Cold War lines that give you a 50% silver boost. Bloody War Llama. I remember this name coming up a few times. Any update on the 5-4 nerf? We just haven't decided anything and haven't decided to move forward with that just yet. So no further news there. Corporal Canadian Bacon. Did you fix the E2 Prem ammo bug yet? Okay, so the ammo set was actually the correct price of 13 gold in a future update. We do have other tanks that will be also receiving the same fix in a upcoming update soon. Infamous Melon. Any new Era 3 premiums? Nothing coming soon. Lazy Hornet, when will we get new maps? Well, we have Corellia coming out very soon, and there was a light leak of a swampy-like map also coming later this year. But you know what, guys? We do have plans for some Extra Life streams coming later this year. Keep an eye out. We might have some news to share that will be very fun and exciting. Jeremy Carnathon asks, why do you still include the gold price for a garage slot with a premium tank? So bundle purchases are only in gold. You can't pay silver for a bundle purchase. So same as when there is a silver and bundle, you are paying the gold value of it. Ethan Davis, 66, asks, when will the Object 777 be available? It's going to be quite a while. That's really the only status update I can give you on that. Slap-a-Fish Jr., can we have a setting in custom games where only people with a password can join the room? We do already have options available to host private rooms that only allows players that you want to join. Dagnon420 asks, how about the bots? Can we get them to stop shooting through the smoke? This was actually addressed in the Evolution season at launch. But if you guys are still encountering issues like this, please hit us up and let us know any sort of video to help us, with the reports on this. We can continue to look into and improve our bots.
I like this name.
You like the next name?
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju Blood God. Can we ever see True Vision mode added to World War II? It is a very useful mechanic in Cold War. I mean, yes, it is in fact very useful mechanic in Cold War. I'm going to tell you right now that this is highly unlikely. We tuned and designed Cold War mode with True Vision in mind. When we did actually try this, 2 years ago, I believe it was, where we did a weekend or a week-long test in the live game with True Vision, and it was pretty unanimous by the players that they didn't want this in their core game mode. So
you could turn True Vision on for World War II in custom games, correct?
That is correct. So if that is something you guys want to experience, there is an option in custom games to do so.
Yeah, if you want to see what that might be like, go for it. Like, I'm going to make stuff up. Pick your 30-player Tier 4 match, turn True Vision on, and see how it plays for you.
Mm-hmm. Next question. This is from The Blazing Mango. There's a lot of great, unique names this week. Can we have the opportunity to sell premium tanks for free XP instead of silver? Well, so free XP is actually a premium currency, so I'll just say this is most likely not going to happen. Fierce Taco 9 asks, when is the next trade-in event? We don't actually have anything officially planned, but we are looking to do one soon. A Gaming Stuka, any plans on updating the silver urn for World War II? Not currently, because with all the challenges, the events, the season bonuses, boosters, et cetera, all the earnings are currently much higher than they once were. So the prices for the tanks and modules are still based on the earnings of these vehicles. So we have to be careful not to really damage the economy. Menace for you. When will the machine contract return? No current plans. We already did make this contract available. I think it was only like 2 months ago we did have this up and running. That was actually my first time running through the contract myself to unlock it. So, we're going through the rigmarole of getting some of the other contracts out first, and we'll see that one later in the future.
One of my stalwart devs one of my Jesus Christ, I apologize. One of the stalwart devs just asked me on chat if since we're going a little long, if I could stick around. I could totally stick around. Keep going. Sorry to interrupt. It's hard to type, so I just thought I'd say it.
Yeah, I just now noticed the time here. Did we want to announce our winners or keep going here?
What do you think? I want to do both, but
okay, I'll go through a few more questions.
all right.
We have 2 winners, right?
Yeah, I have.
We can split the difference.
The winners are downloaded. We'll do one, and then we'll do the other one right after.
I think that's a smart choice.
The name of our first lucky winner here is
Chuji's Choices.
Chuji's Choices. That's not the name of the winner. The name of the winner is Zbot Activated. Congratulations, Zbot Activated.
Good job, Zbot Activated. Enjoy those. I know I do.
I wish we would have thought ahead and like gotten an emblem that is applied to all these tanks of Chuji's Choices. I mean, that's a very unique thing.
Then I would have had to tell people that I wanted to do it, and it would just clean, cut to the quick, get the players' tanks. There we go.
You're already like giving us more work and ideas of like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already going to insist that we do True Vision over the entire game. Some other things, I think we should buff the Sexton. I think we should buff the 5-4. Let's see. No, I'm kidding.
I'm trying to find where I left off here. Okay, so we're going to do a few more questions and then announce the other giveaway winner, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
Let's go through a few more. Once again, this is from Bloody War Llama, asks, with the Romanian tank in Cold War, could we get the Marisol M05 as a World War II premium? Nothing currently planned, but I mean, as always, thank you for the suggestion. Something we can look into the future. Gabriel Alvarado asks, what about the M1 CAATB? Is this the Abrams with a 140 millimeter gun? Nothing for announcing, but there might be something coming in the future.
140 millimeters. You can sleep in that thing's barrel.
The Blazing Mongol asks, just got the Pirate Commander, which is cool. Could you make an option for it to say ARG or something on the reload, like how Wojtek the Bear does? I love this personally. I can certainly talk to our audio engineer and see if we can get that included.
We're definitely well aware of this, at least on the publishing side, and hopefully in the future we'll try and push for something like this to happen. Because we've definitely seen lots of player requests like asking for neat little things like this, so I think it would definitely be fun.
Very cool.
When you turn, you could have him say prepare an attack, and if you keep turning, he goes helms the lee, like we can fully go nautical.
Okay, I'm trying to parse through some of these last remaining questions. Nova Fire 55 asks, do the new Romanian tanks have a new mechanic? No new unique mechanics of any sort, but they do have a very good stout frontal armor. Music and Time asks, hello, can we have tank destroyed assist? I do like 80% of the damage and people just wait to take the final hit. Oh, I see. The final hit doesn't really earn much in terms of XP, so you aren't missing out there. Doing damage is always the main way to earn XP. Yeah,
and kill stealers are not reducing your chance to be MVP, because MVP is also based on XP.
Listen, Chuji, they're not stealing. They're kill securing here.
That's true. It's a team game. Look at me. Look how quickly I'm slipping into a jerk.
It's okay.
Okay, I got a couple more questions. I realized I was kind of getting to the bottom of the list here, so I thought the list was much longer. We would run well past time. From user the T-Bear 55, is it possible that at some point Cold War premium tanks could be bought with free XP? I mean, anything's possible. We can always mention it to the events team and run it as something potentially in the future. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Ken Breisch asks, can you rework the amount of crew XP needed to max out all 9 skills. The current millions of XP needed is kind of extreme. So this kind of falls in line earlier with changing the grind of the tanks through the LVP system. With the various bonuses, challenges, boosters, all the events that we have going on, there's actually it's a lot quicker now to earn this XP with all these extra boosters. So the raw numbers may look big, but you actually will only need to earn a small portion through the rest of the coming and various bonuses to pick it up along the way.
And also the fact that commanders can be used in any vehicle in the game. If you have premium vehicles that typically have better commander earn rates than other vehicles,
True.
You could transfer your favorite commander into that tank regardless of the affiliation.
And beyond that, guys, that's the end of my list I see here in terms of questions.
All right. Well, I think it's time for the second lucky winner here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's see who we got.
Our second lucky winner of Chuji's choices is Cooler Bigfoot 50. Congratulations.
Or Bigfoot 50.
Cooler Bigfoot 50.
Cooler.
Yeah, it's, there was a Bigfoot 50, but this guy's the cooler one. So
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Bigfoot 50. Those are some solid tanks in my humble opinion. Enjoy.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. I know we went over a little time here. Thank you very much, Chuji, for everything that you've done for the game. Everyone seems to be very appreciative. And we hope to see you guys next week. For those of you on Twitch, please stick around. We're going to go ahead and we'll raid one of our community contributors here. Go ahead and say hi to them from us. And we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'll still see you on the battlefield, everyone. Take care.
Thank you all.
Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye, guys.